Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. Well, it's really the House Academy Show today.
Yeah.
I'm Stephen Jack Putella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today, Jill and I talk about how the housing market is back or is coming back. And then so is House Academy. Oh. In the background, for years and years and years, before I met Jill, she was buying and selling houses. And so was I. We met and we really focused on land because that's always been my primary focus. And I think I kind of introduced it to her, but she always knew about buying and selling houses, and we never stopped until COVID. We stopped because I thought initially it was going to crash like it did in 2010. The exact opposite happened to every economist's and the planet's dismay or amazement, including us. The markets, some of these markets got so hot, we just decided, you know what? We're not going to
play in that.
We're not.
Pool.
I don't want to swim with sharks.
Yeah.
I want to swim with goldfish and have not a lot of competition. So we've been watching patiently. If you're in the group, you know we talk about this on the Thursday call all the time in the Land Academy group. And the statistics now, and I'll talk about this in a minute, are showing serious signs of, yep, let's get back in here and do it.
Agreed.
Before we get into it, let's take a question. Me too. Posted on the by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. And don't forget to subscribe on the Land Academy YouTube channel. Comment on the shows you like.
I think we're going to have a house channel on the Land Academy channel. I don't know. Look around. We're going to come up with some more good house stuff for you. I'm just tying it back to House
On the
Academy.
Land Academy YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We will have a House Academy playlist very, very soon, if not by the time that you listen to this.
Yeah.
In the past, forget about the past, we had its own separate House Academy channel.
Uh-huh.
So we're moving all that content over. So
it's going to be cool.
We're going to roll it all up into one kind of thing.
Totally. Charlie wrote, what tricks do you have to help buyers get a survey completed in a timely manner? I'm going on 3 weeks since we opened escrow. Title could have closed last week, and we're still waiting on a survey with no estimated date of completion. At this point, I'm willing to do anything before my buyer decides to walk. I hate this situation. It's happening. It's happening. You're not alone, Charlie. It's frustrating. There's a lot of things that are behind. Your Amazon delivery's behind. Not kidding. I mean, I've not so much Amazon, but they've moved things around a little bit. But I'll tell you, FedEx and UPS and other services are behind. My bigger point is, I think people are having a hard time finding workers, and there's a transportation issue and just people to show up. So that could be going on. Maybe this poor guy went out and did his stuff, and it's waiting on the office staff to, finally put the paperwork together to get you his survey.
Why are we doing a survey?
That too. Well, there are very, very infrequent. Let me go back to this. You're right. Overall, don't do a survey.
Like 99.999%
right.
of the deals you will do in your career will not require a survey.
Correct. 1% of the time, you have something like a, what did I need it for?
I think it's way less than 1%.
It was like a forestation plan. Not kidding. Because it kept the taxes down for a property. And in the middle, and every new buyer has to do it. So even though I was only going to own the property for 5 minutes, I still had to complete this item, if you will, and check it off the list. Otherwise, they would jack up the taxes. So, but yeah, 99% of the time, you don't need a survey. Don't do it.
No, it's not even 99%. It's 99.999%.
Sure. This is true.
We've done almost 16,000 deals. I think we've done 3 surveys over I don't know how many years.
Right.
And those are the ones I've done, and I'm involved in several right now, or for minor splits to take 1 PN and APN and make it 5.
And that makes sense.
That I agree with completely.
That you need it because we don't know what the new lines are, but the
Right.
other part, we don't need to do that.
Right.
Excellent.
Everything because of this COVID, you can, I don't know, whatever label you want to give it. Whatever happened is happening now, and it's kind of here to stay. That's actually pretty on topic for with this market, with this episode. And unlike in the past, world events especially, have sparked recessions and depressions, economic depressions and recessions, and that's just not what's happening here. It's this is all new for all of us.
It's true.
Today's topic: the housing market is back, and so is House Academy. This is the meat of the show.
I have 3 questions when you're ready.
Sure.
That I want to ask you. Tell me, do you want a beginning, middle, or end?
Right now.
Okay. So
I have a
housing
bunch
market.
to say about this because it's really profitable for everybody.
Okay. Let me ask my questions and you can wrap it. Then you can tell us what I really need to know because that'll tie in. Number one, what should I be watching for in my area? I'm thinking about doing houses.
That's excellent. That's part of what I wanted to talk about. So statistically, like everything in Land Academy, we look at the numbers and we make decisions based on that. We don't base our decisions on feelings or dartboards or talking to my mother. We don't base things like that. We look at the statistics. And fortunately, for the housing industry, not unlike the land industry, they love statistics. The National Association of Realtors loves it. The federal government, HUD, all the insurance companies and finance companies, and the data companies now are huge. They love stats. Look, they track everything.
Do you mean like days on market?
The county loves all this data. So it's real easy to get key factors. Here they are. Days on market, and you can break it down by zip code really quickly. Days on market is quite simply when a house goes up for sale, how many days is it on the market before it's sold? There's varying definitions of that, but that's the basic stat. Number one. Number two, how long does it? How long or how much inventory is available in any zip code you might be interested in buying and selling houses? Is available, and has it gone up or down? Are there too many houses on the market in this zip code that I'm interested in? Or are there too few houses on the market? Supply and demand like that. So I go into a great deal about these statistics in House Academy. Mm-hmm. And I am kind of right here too. Just get yourself a set or copy of mine. Mm-hmm. Go back to the old House Academy shows. I talk about it a lot. And take a look at what statistics make sense to you. Mm-hmm. If you have to pick one and you just want to base it all on that, look at days on market.
Okay, question number two. How much money should I save up?
For what?
I want to do houses.
0.
Thank you.
Is that right? Is that the right
I'm
answer?
asking you. Like, I'm not baiting you. I'm asking, like, I'm pretending I'm new here.
Jill and I don't run around and say this, but I'm just going to say it. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme by any stretch, but we have tons of members now, many, many members, us included, who have accumulated a lot of money in this business and other businesses, and we're very willing to spend it on a great real estate deal. So, if you think you need a code $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, like I did, by the way, to start.
That's why I'm asking.
I had to start with pretty close to $700,000 because I closed a huge commercial real estate deal. I was very lucky at a young age, but that's just not the case anymore. You don't need any money to start, any money for acquisitions to start this at all.
Wait a minute, does that mean I need to go out and pre-qualify with a bank and all that stuff?
No, talk to a bank. You explain it to us. How does it work?
I'm trying to pull the information out of you because
How does deal funding work, Jill?
Well, let me back up. Here's what I want to say. I listen to so many shows like on Clubhouse where people are talking about getting a line of credit and
Worst
they do
idea
this.
ever. Don't get any debt.
I max out my card for the down
Don't do any
payment
of
or
that.
whatever. They're all this creative financing. That's what I hear this term thrown around. I'm like, creative financing is getting creative on who you're going to pick to fund your deal. That's about it.
Creative financing leads to bankruptcy.
That's true.
or criminal charges.
That's awesome. That's true. Don't get too creative. No, the point
Don't get any.
I know.
Don't get any financing.
So here's the point that Jack is trying to make. We, as do many others in our community on House Academy, are sitting on dough. You know what? We are sitting on dough waiting for you to bring us a smoking deal that you wish you had the money for, but I do. And we're going to do great together. You present the deal, speaks for itself. When you come to me and say, Jill, you're not going to believe this. Look at, 605, South Main Street. And I pull it up on the map and go, and you're getting it for what? You have it under contract for how much? Oh, yeah. Great. That's not an escrow? Please get an escrow right now. And I'll send you a real quick 1-page thing, a quick partnership agreement. And you and I agree on what the split's going to be. And you and I real quick on the same phone call, agree on what the split's going to be and who's going to do what work. And that's it, man. And then I pay. I'm going to fund the deal and we're going to do each what we agree to. And often it's you doing the work and I'm the bank. That's usually the easiest for me, but everybody has different versions of that. And whatever you want to do, we can work it out. And then I buy it, you sell it. or an agent sells it for us, whatever we agree on. And then at the end, whatever our percentage that we agree on, we split that up. It's perfect. And you're paid right out of escrow.
It's completely different than
You don't have
financing.
to do the money. You're right.
Entirely different.
Mm-hmm. That's really
It's a
in nutshell.
partnership.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So that's my point. Thank you. So if you're worried about, oh no, I'm listening to this and houses are coming back. Shoot, I only have $20,000 in the bank. That's not going to get me very far. Don't worry about it. Number 3, my
I
final
wouldn't spend that 20 grand anyway.
True. Yeah. Spend it on education, spend it on mail, spend it on finding deals. And once you have that deal and you have that deal in escrow, work on finding another deal. That's going to still work itself out. I don't want you to do one deal all the way. I see people doing this too. This is a little sideshow, but don't do that one deal all the way to the end and go, well, now I'm going to start over again. Just keep it churning. So my third and final question is to you, Jack. I'm new to the houses. I get all this other stuff. How do I know I'm doing it right? What should my returns be?
Well, I can tell you what ours are. We don't buy a house unless we make $100,000 on it. So we might have to spend $300,000 on a dumpy little house, and then after fees and all that stuff, sell it for $450,000. If it
Because
commands,
it's worth 6.
if it commands that price, this is a great example. Hold on a second. If it commands that price, then it always works. Because for selling houses, especially in this market that's now happening, it's cooling off a little bit. There's a much more innate demand. If you go to a zip code and you look at, the days on market, there's 12 or some crazy low number. No matter what goes up for sale, it sells. Your job becomes very simple. Get a great deal on the acquisition because the sell side is going to sell itself. I tell a lot of people in the Land Academy, in the land business that come over to houses, it's half as easy or twice as easy. You're removing the sales effort entirely. You don't really need a website. You just need a landing page. There's a lot of easier stuff about it. So what this episode is really about is why now? Why do you guys just keep this under your hats? Have you been doing this the whole time and not telling us? Not at all. The market has been too hot. There are too many new people getting into it, like Wall Street type firms who are failing at it, by the way. There's these regional shows now you see. If you watch daytime TV, you'll see their advertisements. We can give you an offer on any property in 25 seconds and on and on and on. So that's not how we do this. And how we do it is what we teach in Land Academy. We send out a lot of blind offers. We generally have to send out more offers than we do for land because it's a little bit more competitive. And there's a little bit more work to do, babysitting to do with the seller, because a lot of times they live there. And so, but it's very accomplishable. It's very predictable. And so the market is cool. Why now? The market is cooling off to a point now, number one, that acquisitions are not as hot for any competition that we might have. Plus, kids are in school. Jill's got a lot to say about this stuff. Number 2, and this is really what I want you to remember. This is why I wrote the title of this episode. Rural markets, which has historically had terrible statistics that I was talking about earlier. Real high days on market, not high quality houses. They're hard to move. Nobody wants to live there. There's no jobs there. All that stuff's gone because of COVID. Anybody can work anywhere.
Yeah.
Kids can go to school on the line, if that's your thing. And so these rural markets, these so-called Zoom towns, are amazing acquisition targets for us. And the further this goes on, and I don't see it stopping really ever in our lifetime, more some of these defunct old factory towns are going to come back to life.
Yeah.
Huge opportunities, massive opportunities. We were just waiting. I was waiting for the statistics to get back in line. There was such a feeding frenzy for about a year and a half.
I concur. It is easier and it's awesome. Well, I'm going to add one more little final thing. Your numbers are your numbers. I know plenty of people that are happy making $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 on a transaction. That's very attainable. That's not crazy numbers at all. So just think about this for a second. You're doing a handful a month. You could be you make $25,000 each time you do it. And you're finding these deals from people. And I'm your bank, by the way. And someone else is selling it. And you're sitting or you're just working in an area that's, 10 or less days on market. What's to think about? You can make $100,000 a month.
Easy. Easily make $100,000 a month doing this and marking them up $25,000, $35,000 net.
And that's not crazy numbers and everybody gets it. And nobody's going to get mad. They're like, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I didn't have to clean out the garage and I didn't have to remodel the kitchen.
And we don't do any improvements ever, by the way. We sell it, we wholesale it to the person who's just going to go do the improvements and
that's usually how it goes.
Set the top dollar market. That's not who we are.
Yep.
Just like land, we don't want to improve anything.
Yep. So keep listening. And I'm happy you could join us today. So 5 days a week we are here. A couple of days we're talking about land, and on Wednesdays we're talking about houses.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy show is Jack Thursday and how we now control just about all aspects of our lives. This is a happy show tomorrow. You are not alone in your real estate ambition.
So this is sounding more like a Jill topic, not really tech focused or data focused. This will be interesting, or maybe it is.
It's not. You had the tech focused thing. That's never. Oh. You keep saying Jack Thursday is tech focused, and I don't know how.
Well, you're kind of serious, I guess. What is Jack Thursday?
Ranting.
Oh,
Rant Jack Thursday.
Well, I didn't know.
And then this is going to be a bit of ranting tomorrow.
Oh.
And you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to rant about some of the mistakes I've made really recently, where I kind of looked at myself in the mirror very recently and said, you know what? You shouldn't be upset about it.
I thought you were going to say a version of looking in the mirror like, what happened?
Like, who's that guy in the mirror?
Yeah, staring back at you like, that guy's got to get in the gym.
Thanks, Jill. That's awesome.
No, wait. This woman's got to get in the gym. Don't worry about it.
Say that.
No, this woman's on a diet. I will totally share that. Need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like us? Check out offers2owners.com. So it's offers2owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, exceptional service, and now including just released for everyone, concierge data and pricing. It's awesome. Give Offers to Owners a call today. Thank you for tuning in. We would love to connect with you on Clubhouse. Join us most Thursdays. It's every other Thursday. Check Clubhouse for the real schedule, and it's at 1:00 Pacific time in the Land Investing Club. Go there and you'll find the shows.
We are Steve and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.